I will never leave you no matter what. I will always be there for you. When I do and will always love you. Flashback end. His word, his voice, his love dripping in his voice and his passion to always stay with her was all that making her sleepy. Every night he came in her dream and remembered her how much he loved her. She was a fool back then to believe him. She closed her eyes, wet eyes tightly, bite her lips to stop herself from sobbing and clutching the cover in her fist. She reminded herself not to shed any tear. With this unbearable pain in her heart and those beautiful, painful, unforgettable memories, Oz's wish was her death. She did everything to forget him and everything about him, but his memories never let her. They kept reminding her, his heart flirting. His gentle touch that set her whole body on fire, and then his betray. Her soul was where the only thing that could be heard in the silence, everything, whether it was living thing. She was feeling weak and fragile. Soon the black dot appeared in front of her eyes and she lost herself in the darkness with tears. The moon and stars were witness of her pain like every night. Those moon and star were witness of someone. While the whole city was sleeping peacefully without any care, he was looking at the picture in his hand. He was feeling empty. He couldn't believe what he had done to her. He broke his promise. He fed her with lies when he knew it was nearly impossible. It had been 5 years silence. He saw her since he made her smile, since he touched her, since he felt her soft touch. Flashback. She was running from him and giggled loudly. He was intentionally running slowly and let her run from him. You can't catch me, Mr. Kim, she teased him and looked over her shoulder with a teasing smirk, but she slowed down and turned around. Look where he was. She tried to listen if he was anywhere. She called him confusion and concern but didn't receive any response. His heart started beating fast and thought he left her there alone in the steady place. Tae, she called him again with the fear of him leaving her. Tae, she screamed and cried when two arms wrapped around her and pulled her back. She stopped crying when she heard him laughing. She turned around and looked up at him with a wide and really full eyes. She faced her and punched on his chest. You hit me, Ryan, he commanded and quickly took her fist in one hand and wiped her tear from other hand. He saw vulnerability in her eyes mixed with fear of losing him. He knew her heart was so fragile to bear. He was the only owner of her heart who knew how much delicate it. I will never leave you. If it ever happened, then remember I always come back to you. I promise. Flashback end. He felt his heart clench upon thinking about his promise. He promised her. Everyone was talking to each other, but Wine was silent. She blankly stared at the ticket in her hand. The pain and memories burned in her heart, which came out every night to haunt her. She moved her eyes from her ticket to a couple sitting in front of her. Anyone could tell their blush face. Flashback. She was trying to stop herself from blushing, smiling shyly but was failed. She couldn't believe in she finally become Mrs. Kim. I can't believe this. I think I am dreaming, she whispered slowly turning his arms around at him with a blushing cheek. Me too, I don't think I can keep my eyes off of you. You are looking like a goodness and an angel. They both stood in each other, embarrassed, but she slowly pulled away and looked up at him with hesitation, nervous in her eyes. I am scared of the future of our marriage, she told him and tried to control her fear. He put his finger on her soft lips. I will not let anyone or them to separate us. Now smile because today's our day, he told her softly. Later he took her for the first dinner date after wedding and this one, the apartment when then one entered. She was shocked. Wow, she whispered. He wrapped his arm around her and turned her around. She looked at him with a wide smile. He kissed her soft cheek and looked back in her eyes deeply. He leaned down slowly, which made her blush and slowly. Both were lost in each other that they forgot everything was making each other permanently. The angels above were praying for their long-lasting love and relationship. The angels were also praying for them to pass all the tests. Flashback end. A tear slipped from her eyes as she remembered that beautiful day and that night, but she quickly wiped it, told herself to look strong. It was time to stand on her own feet and show the world that she was a strong woman, but deep inside she knew it was not true. One month had passed since Wine moved to Seoul. In the 1 month, Fate was planning something for her. Now it was time. There was an function in her office she had attended because of her new friend which she made in her new office. No more tear of an unfaithful man. It was just a meaningful promise which she broke whenever he got. With a sign, she got ready quickly and looked at herself in the mirror and tried to smile. Why her friend was innocent.
She never let anyone board in her company and knew how to win everyone's heart. You are looking beautiful, Wyan, she complimented her.
Lana thanked her and pulled her out of their apartment, which was they shared. They both climbed the car and drove to the place where party was. Lana was grinning, couldn't keep her stomach, told Wyan to her friends was also coming. Her friends were businessmen. When they reached, both went inside. While Wyan was trying to be alone in the gathering, Lana made her sure